Imagine a vast field in the heart of the Balkans. It's June 28, 1389, and tension crackles in the summer air as thousands of soldiers prepare for a battle that will echo through history. On one side stands the powerful and rapidly expanding Ottoman Empire, led by Sultan Murad the First, determined to extend his dominion further into Europe. Opposite them, a determined coalition of Serbian and Christian forces under Prince Lazar Hrebeljanović, fiercely defending their homeland from inevitable conquest. This confrontation, the Battle of Kosovo, would become one of the most decisive and mythologized moments in Balkan history. But why was this battle so critical? What made Kosovo such a significant prize for both the Ottomans and the Serbians? And how did the events of this brutal clash shape the region's future for centuries to come? Today, we'll unravel the dramatic story behind the Battle of Kosovo, exploring the motivations, strategies, and key figures who left their mark on history. We'll delve into the chaos of the battle itself and reflect on the enduring impact of this pivotal encounter. Stick around as we journey into the past to witness the turning point that forever altered the Balkans. To truly grasp the significance of the Battle of Kosovo, we must first understand the volatile political and cultural landscape of the late 14th century. The Ottoman Empire, under the formidable and ambitious leadership of Sultan Murad the First, had been rapidly expanding into Southeastern Europe. The Ottomans had already secured major victories, toppling Christian states and establishing their dominance across the Balkans. By 1389, their army posed a grave threat to the region, aiming to further penetrate European territory and cement their control over key trade routes and strategic military points. Sultan Murad's mission was explicit: ensure Ottoman supremacy and lay the groundwork for further expansion. On the opposing side, the Serbian Prince Lazar Hrebeljanović faced an existential crisis. Following the fragmentation of the Serbian Empire after the death of Emperor Stefan Dušan, Serbia was left fractured and vulnerable. Prince Lazar worked tirelessly to unite a coalition of Serbian lords and Christian allies. This was no small feat. The coalition was held together by a shared fear of Ottoman invasion rather than a cohesive national identity. Yet, despite its fragility, Lazar's alliance represented the Balkans' last stand against Ottoman incursion. The significance of Kosovo's location cannot be overstated. Nestled at the crossroads of major trade and military routes, Kosovo was more than just a battlefield. It was a geopolitical prize. Whoever controlled Kosovo wielded considerable influence over the Balkans. For the Ottomans, it represented a gateway into Europe. For the Serbs, it was the heart of their homeland and culture, a final bastion of resistance where defeat would mean the end of their way of life and heritage. This wasn't merely a battle for territory. It was a monumental clash of civilizations, religions, and destinies, with both sides aware that the battle's outcome would reverberate far beyond that fateful day. To truly appreciate the magnitude of the Battle of Kosovo, we must first explore the leaders and the formidable forces they commanded. On one side was Sultan Murad the First, the ambitious and strategic ruler of the Ottoman Empire. Over the years, Murad had proven himself as a master of conquest, solidifying Ottoman dominance across the Balkans. His military was nothing short of extraordinary, composed of elite janissaries trained from a young age to be ruthless warriors, highly disciplined archers capable of raining arrows with deadly precision, and heavily armored cavalry known for their devastating charges. Murad's grand vision was not just to dominate the Balkans, but to make Kosovo the gateway to greater European expansion. Opposing him was Prince Lazar Hrebeljanović, a Serbian noble and a revered symbol of resistance. Lazar had risen to prominence by uniting a fragmented Serbian realm which had struggled to regain strength following the fall of Emperor Stefan Dušan's empire. Lazar's leadership brought together a coalition of Serbian lords, Bosnians, Albanians, and other Christian allies. His reputation for valor and strategic acumen helped him assemble this diverse yet fragile alliance, driven by a mutual fear of Ottoman dominance. Unlike the Ottomans' professional military, Lazar's forces were a blend of seasoned knights, local lords' militias, and conscripted peasants fighting to protect their land, faith, and families. In the days leading up to the confrontation, preparations on both sides showcased their contrasting strengths and vulnerabilities. The Ottomans, backed by their empire's resources, were well-fed, well-armed, and confident after recent victories. They executed training drills with clockwork precision. In contrast, the Serbian-led coalition relied on sheer determination and the defensive advantage of familiar terrain. The tension was palpable as both leaders understood that the outcome would reshape the destiny of Southeast Europe for generations to come. The dawn of June 28, 1389, brought an eerie calm to the plains of Kosovo. Both armies assembled in disciplined formations, the morning air heavy with anticipation and the grim determination of soldiers facing what could be their final moments. On one side, the mighty Ottoman forces, led by Sultan Murad the First, arranged in a formidable crescent formation. Archers lined the front, ready to unleash devastating volleys, while the elite janissaries waited behind, poised for close combat. Heavily armored cavalry flanked both sides, prepared to exploit any breach in the enemy's lines with a crushing charge. Facing them, Prince Lazar Hrebeljanović had organized his coalition into a resolute, defensive formation. Serbian knights, clad in heavy armor, formed the core, their shields locked in grim defiance. Around them were archers and hastily conscripted infantry, many of whom were farmers and villagers, united by a desperate will to defend their homeland. The atmosphere was charged, each side knowing that the fate of the Balkans hung in the balance. The battle erupted when Ottoman archers launched a storm of arrows, darkening the sky as they descended upon Serbian lines. Though the onslaught was fierce, the Serbian forces held firm, drawing strength from their unwavering resolve. Soon the two armies clashed in brutal hand-to-hand combat. The air filled with the deafening clang of steel, the screams of the wounded, and the relentless cries of warriors fighting for survival. In the midst of this chaos, a legendary act unfolded. According to Serbian tradition, Miloš Obilić, a Serbian knight, infiltrated the Ottoman camp, where he assassinated Sultan Murad. This heroic act, though shrouded in myth and debated by historians, sent a wave of shock through the Ottoman ranks and momentarily boosted the morale of the Serbian fighters, igniting a ferocious counterattack. Yet, despite their bravery and this momentary advantage, the Serbian-led coalition faced overwhelming odds. Murad's son, Bayezid, quickly assumed command. Demonstrating remarkable leadership, he ordered a decisive cavalry charge that shattered the already exhausted Serbian lines. The disciplined Ottoman forces overwhelmed their adversaries, driving them into retreat. The battlefield soon became a grim spectacle of carnage. Both sides suffered devastating losses, and the air was thick with the scent of blood and the cries of the fallen. Prince Lazar was captured and executed, cementing the Ottomans' costly yet significant victory. Though the Ottomans had won, the cost was immense, and the battle's repercussions would resonate across the region for generations. The Battle of Kosovo ended with both sides enduring catastrophic losses. The plains were left strewn with the bodies of thousands of warriors, a grim testament to the ferocity of the conflict. While the Ottomans emerged victorious, their win came at a tremendous cost. Sultan Murad the First had been assassinated by the legendary Serbian knight Miloš Obilić, and his death was a significant blow to Ottoman morale and leadership. However, the empire's stability was quickly restored by Murad's son, Bayezid, who assumed command with unmatched decisiveness. Bayezid, later called Bayezid the Thunderbolt, wasted no time in consolidating power, ensuring the Ottomans remained a formidable force. For the Serbian coalition, the consequences were devastating. Prince Lazar had fought bravely, but his capture and execution left Serbia leaderless and vulnerable. The defeat forced Serbian nobles into a position of vassalage to the Ottoman Empire. Although Serbia managed to retain a degree of autonomy, the influence and control of the Ottomans only deepened in the years to follow, signaling the beginning of a long and difficult era of subjugation. Despite this, the Ottomans did not achieve an immediate and total conquest of the region. The immense casualties they suffered stalled further expansion efforts temporarily. Still, the psychological impact of the defeat lingered in the collective consciousness of the Balkan peoples. For the Serbs, the battle became immortalized in epic poetry, songs, and folklore, transforming into a powerful symbol of national pride, sacrifice, and resistance against oppression. Bayezid, meanwhile, prepared for future military campaigns, keen to solidify Ottoman power and continue his father's legacy of conquest. The Battle of Kosovo, thus, was more than a pivotal military engagement. It set the stage for centuries of Ottoman influence and left an indelible mark on Balkan culture and history. The Battle of Kosovo's legacy extends beyond the bloody plains of 1389. For the Ottoman Empire, it marked a strategic victory that facilitated their continued dominance in Southeast Europe. Under Bayezid and future rulers, the Ottomans solidified a foothold that lasted for centuries, deeply shaping the Balkans' cultural and religious landscape. For the Serbian people, the battle became a defining moment of national identity and a symbol of defiance. Epic poems, like the Kosovo Cycle, celebrated the heroics of figures like Prince Lazar and Miloš Obilić, embedding themes of sacrifice and martyrdom into Serbian folklore. These stories resonated across generations, inspiring cultural and political movements even in modern times. The battle also signaled the growing Ottoman threat to Europe, prompting Western powers to reassess their strategies against this formidable empire. Today, the Battle of Kosovo remains a powerful reminder of a pivotal era marked by cultural and military upheaval, leaving an enduring impact on the region's history and identity. The Battle of Kosovo in 1389 was more than a clash of armies. It was a pivotal moment that defined Balkan history. Both sides paid a heavy price, with countless lives lost and legacies that continue to shape the region. The Ottomans emerged victorious, paving the way for centuries of dominance in Southeast Europe, while the Serbs immortalized their heroes through epic tales and traditions that resonate to this day. This monumental struggle underscored the clash of civilizations and the enduring spirit of resistance. The sacrifices of Prince Lazar and his warriors are remembered not only in historical accounts, but also in the identity of the Serbian people. The battle's impact serves as a powerful reminder of history's complexity, showing how one event can echo across generations. If this story captivated you, share your thoughts in the comments. How do you see the Battle of Kosovo's influence today? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more fascinating history. Your support helps us continue uncovering the past and sharing it with the world. This is History Replay This Day.